Hello, Nicoloff students. It's me, Mr. Jaime again. I hope you guys are doing well and being safe and healthy. And as you guys know, we are transitioning seasons. Well, almost there. We are leaving winter and proceeding into spring, which is actually one of my favorite seasons. It's up there. It's between summer and spring. Just because in general, just everything. You'll hear more details about this throughout the video. But yeah, I chose to do this week's video on the topic of spring, and it's always been one of my favorite seasons. The days are longer. There's more activities, and just etc. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's go. Now, me personally, I love spring. It's probably my second favorite season, right after summer, because summer is the best. um, Especially us that we live in San Diego. We're so lucky to have all this great weather. But so beginning from the top, spring is also known as springtime. That's another one of its nicknames or words that it's commonly referred to, especially scientifically. And it's one of the four seasons: winter, fall, summer, and spring. Um, so spring is right after winter, which is what we're in right now, and before summer. And it can kind of be like described or kind of thought of as in the middle of winter and summer, temperature wise. Um and then seasons are defined by climate, culture, and custom. Something that is really interesting, and it's not related to the climate, cultures, and customs, but something that's interesting is that when it's spring in the northern hemisphere, which is the top of the world, it's actually it's actually fall or autumn in the southern hemisphere, and vice versa. Now, as you guys should know, days grow longer, so there's more sunlight, and the sunset is at a later time. And temperature in most areas, it becomes more temperate, which basically means just more moderate, like more in the middle, like not so cold, not so hot. And like I said, during springtime, daytime length increases and nighttime length decreases as the season progresses. So as it's going, and also something that's very important is that spring it's referred to like it's connected and with ideas of rebirth, rejuvenation, like something that's being renewed, resurrection, and even regrowth. So each season lasts about on an average about 3 months, and every season is different, of course. And the factors or the progress of spring, it's correlated with the blossoming of plants. The activities of animals change. Like many animals leave their dormancy. That's basically where they live, or the habitat where they hibernated. And like for example, a lot of animals also start giving birth and have their babies during this time. Something that's really interesting as well that I didn't know about myself is that soil, interestingly, it changes its smell, and because of this smell that it changes, plants and flowers flourish, and the earth, like astronomically, like it's in the air, like it's tilted differently, and that's in that tilt of the earth, the sun hits it at a different perspective, and this increases also the flourishing of plants and just everything in in ecosystems during, because the earth is tilted in this way. New plants grow, and the hemisphere becomes much warmer, and this is also known as spring fourth, which which get which gives the season its name. Now, leaving the topic of plants and flowers blossoming, also animals. Animals, they leave their dormancy, and they start their spring activities because of many reasons. I'll go into the reasons right now, but just let me give you the like what animals and their activities. Okay, so animals begin to come out, and they begin nesting and their reproduction activities. So basically, they start having babies. Also, well, I forgot to mention that birds also start to migrate. They start going to warmer temp. They start leaving like certain habitats, and they just start moving around more just because of the weather. It's easier for them, and there's more food in places. As I had said before, many animals begin their spring activities, like such as reproduction and giving birth. And I just wanted to talk about why. So, what the question is, why do so many animals have their babies during spring? Well, there's a lot of reasons. So, one of the most important reasons is because there's more food available. So it's easier for the moms and the mothers to gather more food for their babies. And also the days are longer, so there it gives them more time. Therefore, it gives them also more time to get food because there's more sunlight, and the warmer weather. It's just more. It's just better for them. And just like human beings, it's easier to go outside and do something when it's a little bit warmer than if it would be freezing cold. So in other words, there's animal babies everywhere, and there's also a lot of more flowers everywhere, and just more food everywhere. And don't forget that outdoor sports are full throttle, and this is when a lot of sport activities take place. So one animal I want to mention, of course, is bunnies. Not just because they're cute and fuzzy, but because they're the mascots of spring. And whether they're domesticated, wild, or even made of chocolate, relating to Easter, um, it's just bunnies are they're born in spring, and they have huge litters, which basically means that the mama bunnies they can give birth to up to 9 at each time, which is pretty interesting. And something I want to mention as well, and I didn't know myself personally, is that I even had to Google this to make sure it was accurate. Is that baby bunnies are called kittens, which is quite quite shocking. I did not know that, but yeah, baby bunnies are known as kittens. And another I just want to mention quickly some other babies that are born during the spring, which are baby deer, baby raccoons, baby goats, baby otters, and also baby porcupines and baby chipmunks, just like Alvin, Theodore, and Simon. Now, something that I think is very important that I should mention as well is butterflies, because I feel like butterflies are deeply connected with spring. And so butterflies, they go through 4 stages during their life cycle, and beginning with the first stage, which is known as egg, and then the second is larvae, or but it's basically known as caterpillar, and their third is chrysalis. I believe that's how you pronounce it, chrysalis, and finally the final stage is adult butterfly, and this happens in the adult butterfly stage. It happens between February and March, which is basically right on spring. I also wanted to mention to you guys a couple of safety tips for spring. Well, they're not really safety tips, but just tips so it can help you guys have a more relaxing and enjoyable spring, because we are gonna have a spring break too, so we will be on vacation for a little bit. So beginning with protecting your eyes. Remember, there's UVA and UVB radiation, which basically they're just both types of radiation that come from the sun, and they can harm your eyes. So remember to, if you're out in the sun, remember to stay in the shade, or use eyeglasses. I mean sunglasses. Now that goes for protecting your skin. Always try to apply sunscreen if you're gonna be in the sun for long periods of time, and try to stay in the shade as well. I also wanted to talk about pushing fluids, which basically means staying hydrated, because it is the weather will change, so it will be a little bit warmer. I mean, we are leaving winter to spring, so remember to always stay hydrated. And also, I'm not sure if this is really related to spring specifically. You should always watch your diet, and you should always try to have a healthy diet, but now even more, because I feel like spring is more of an active season. So just remember to watch your diet, eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. And also, just that goes with just being more active. Just detox from your phone. Try to find different activities, and don't be using playing video games all the time or watching TV. It is spring. It's beautiful outside, so just remember to go outdoors and enjoy it. The season only lasts about 3 months. The days are longer too, so everything's just easier. You can play sports, and this also is very important. Just because the days are longer doesn't mean you should go to sleep later. And also, even if you're on vacation, make sure to get a good amount of sleep every single night, and just stay it just gives better, it makes your immune system healthier and just everything. So well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just remember it is COVID-19 still, so remember to respect and follow through with the regulations. Like, always try to wear a protective mask if you go outside, because there is going to be more activities now. Remember to respect the 6 feet distance from others, and just wash your hands constantly as much as you can. And I hope to see you guys soon. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and hope to see you guys soon.